Is sex a dialogue between bodies, a blissful experience, or merely a means of reproduction? The phenomenon of sex holds varied meanings and functions for different cultures and individuals. At its core, sex is a physical and emotional interaction between two or sometimes more individuals. This interaction typically involves genital stimulation and mandatory sexual arousal. It might even be a teleportation of feelings from one body to another and back again. For some, it's a path to procreation, while others view it as a means to derive pleasure. It can also be a method to create emotional and physical closeness with a partner. For some, it's a combination of all these aspects. Undoubtedly, sex can be a powerful and intimate experience for an individual. It encompasses not just a physical act, but also emotions, relationships, cultural norms, and traditions. It can also have significant social and psychological consequences, influencing our relationships, self-esteem, and sense of identity. Now, if we were to discuss my personal journey with sex, and if we were to consider the 5 stages of problem recognition, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance, it would go something like this. The first stage was denial. I was 17 when I lost my virginity. Among my peers, this was considered late. For me, it felt too early. The whole concept seemed unclear and unnecessary. Kissing and hugging were fun, but everything beyond that felt pointless. I didn't derive much physical pleasure, perhaps due to inexperience or because my mind was occupied with more interesting things at the time, like music, reading, nature, drawing, and a myriad of other things. Deep down, I denied the necessity of sex, while my beloved found it intriguing and essential. The second stage was anger. My anger manifested in reckless behavior. I immersed myself in the world of exploration. I was curious to know why different people loved this damn thing called sex. I selflessly indulged in various experiments, and the more I learned about sex, the more it infuriated me. The third stage was bargaining. I realized the benefits of being a woman and the importance of using my sexuality appropriately. Men, aroused by me, were willing to do a lot for my sake. Gradually, it started to smell like prostitution. I was merely using men, as I saw it, for their purpose. I even chose the father of my child based on his genetic traits. Thank God it didn't turn into outright prostitution, but I tasted the essence of greed in relationships with men to the fullest. The fourth stage was depression. At one point, I grew so disgusted with all these penises around that even the word sex triggered a strong gag reflex in both literal and figurative senses. A prolonged depression set in, and I sent everyone away. I took a long break from the big sex and plunged into the world of self-discovery and transformation to finally understand why I needed sex. I had a child, didn't want more, didn't want to allocate time for sex, and a permanent partner was annoying. Where or what was the problem? I accumulated many reflections on this subject and slowly but surely transitioned into the 5th stage, acceptance. At this stage, I found peace. I realized who was in charge. It turned out to be me. Sex became a form of communication between souls and bodies for me.